Hello, I am Aaron from Supporthost. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about how to install and configure OpenVPN on Windows 11. As you guys already know, a VPN is short form of Virtual Private Network, which gives us a privacy, anonymity and security over public internet. We can define OpenVPN as a full-featured SSL VPN. OpenVPN uses OSI Layer 2 or 3 secure network extension using the industry standard SSL or TLS protocol. OpenVPN is also the name of the open source project started by our co-founder and which uses the GPL license. The OpenVPN package available as paid and free community edition. In this video, we will show you how to set up a VPN server using community edition on Windows 11 to forward incoming traffic to the internet, then route the response back to the client, which means those VPN clients that successfully connected to the VPN server will have their ISP IP address will show as server public IP address. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we post new videos. Alright, let's get started. The first section is install of OpenVPN Community Edition using self-installing exe file available to download from official OpenVPN website. After install, we will get a OpenVPN GUI, which is a graphical front end for OpenVPN running on Windows. It creates an icon in the notification area from which you can control OpenVPN to stop your VPN tunnels, view the logs and do other useful things. Later we use the same software package installed in our VPN client PC too. So first visit the OpenVPN official website in our web browser. Here I already loaded the website and you can see it from the screen. Then under Community tab, click Downloads. Scroll down and click on the download option available next to package Windows 64-bit MSI installer because our Windows 11 PC is a 64-bit version. MSI install package will download automatically and usually it will be available under Windows Downloads section. So go to the Windows Downloads section through Windows File Explorer. From there, right click the installer exe file and under the Open with option choose Windows installer option. The OpenVPN install screen will appear and from there click Customize to start the installation. Now we need to make sure to choose all features by clicking the icon next to each features and selecting the option entire feature will be installed on the local hard drive. Normally the feature like OpenVPN service and OpenSSL utilities, ECRSA3 certificate management scripts need to be enabled. So let's first enable those features first. Scroll down and after that click Install Now button after selecting all features that we mentioned earlier. The install will get completed automatically and we will get a screen with close option. So click close and that will complete the OpenVPN software package install. The default location for install files will be C program files OpenVPN. After that normally we will get a warning message as no readable connection profiles or config files found. It's fine with that error warning, click OK. After the successful install of OpenVPN, under Windows 11 taskbar, right click the network icon and choose Network and Internet Settings. Under Ethernet, choose Advanced Network Settings. There we can see a new network adapter named OpenVPN tab Windows 6 device created. Also we can see a new network adapter named OpenVPN tab Windows 6 device created by going to the Windows Control Panel section. Under Network and Internet, choose View Network Status and Tasks. Then click Change Adapter Options. The availability of OpenVPN tab Windows 6 device shows that our VPN install in the server is successful. successful. Additionally, we can start or stop OpenVPN service by clicking on Windows hidden notification area from Windows taskbar. There we can see the OpenVPN icon. Right click on it and you will see multiple options including connect and disconnect. This is one of the options to manage OpenVPN service. If you don't see the OpenVPN icon in the Windows taskbar notification area, double click the OpenVPN icon available in the desktop and that will make the OpenVPN icon available at the Windows taskbar notification area. Also, as of OpenVPN version 2.5.0, when we start the OpenVPN service using the GUI component under Windows taskbar notification area, the OpenVPN will look for .ovpn configuration file under folder C program files OpenVPN config. And this concludes the OpenVPN package installed on Windows 11 for server and for the client PC. Now let's move to the next section. In the second section, we are setting up Master Certificate Authority, that is CA, and generate certificates and private keys for OpenVPN server and clients. OpenVPN uses public key infrastructure, that is PKI, for certificate generation and management. It is the technology behind digital certificates. Therefore, PKI is the technology that allows you to encrypt data, digitally sign documents, and authenticate yourself using certificates. The PKI consists of a separate certificate, also known as a public key, and private key for the server and each clients, and a Master Certificate Authority (CA) certificate and key which is used to sign each of the server and client certificate. For PKI management, the latest version of OpenVPN package provided ECRSA 3. It is a set of scripts which is bundled with OpenVPN MSI package. The ECRSA 3 scripts folder location will be C under program files, then under OpenVPN there is a folder named ECRSA. This folder contains the ECRSA 3 script which is provided through OpenVPN MSI installer. The Windows package of ECRSA 3.0.7 Plus include an OpenSSL binary and libraries that will be used by default. So basically we don't need to perform the OpenVPN install separately in our Windows when we have ECRSA version 3.0.7. Additionally, the ECRSA 3 Windows release includes a ready-to-use shell environment where we can run the commands that needed to issue SSL or TLS certificates. So let's proceed with the SSL TLS certificate creation along with the CA certificate using this ECRSA 3 scripts. For that, first thing is go to the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA using Windows File Explorer. After that, copy the file named wars.example which already exists in the ECRSA folder to a file named wars. This var file contains built-in ECRSA configuration settings. The default settings are fine unless if we need any custom changes. But for the sake of our better understanding, let's discuss few important configuration options which is available in the var file. For that, open the var file using any text editor. Here I am using Notepad and let's open it. And from there we will be able to see, after scrolling down a variable named set_var ECRSA, which defines the folder location of ECRSA scripts, and the default folder location is C program files OpenVPN ECRSA. After that, now scroll down and we will see variable named set_var ECRSA_OpenSSL, which defines the OpenSSL binary path, and the default location is C program files OpenVPN bin OpenSSL.exe. Now scroll down and we will see variable named set_var ECRSA_PKI, which defines the folder location of SSL TLS file exist after creation, and the default location is C program files OpenVPN ECRSA then PKI folder. Now scroll down and we will see variable like set underscore var ECRSA underscore request country or set underscore var ECRSA request province and set underscore var ECRSA request email and set underscore var ECRSA request OU. These all variables defines our organization details as per the variable name itself, and we can define those variable values as per our environment. Now scroll down and we will see variable named set_var ECRSA SSL conf, which defines the OpenSSL config file location, and the default location is C program files OpenVPN ECRSA. Under that we will see a file named OpenSSL-ECRSA.cnf. So if you need to edit any of the above discussed values, uncomment corresponding lines and make necessary changes in it. The var file also have other configuration options, but I only mentioned few important variables. So in our case we are fine with the default values, and the default values will be used during certificate generation also. Now open the Windows command prompt and go to directory C program files OpenVPN ECRSA by issuing the command cd program files OpenVPN ECRSA. So let's issue this command in the Windows CMD terminal. After that, launch ECRSA shell. For that, issue the command ECRSA-start.bat. So issue this command in the terminal. Now we have entered in the ECRSA3 shell prompt, and from there we will be able to issue ECRSA3 scripts. So now initialize the public key infrastructure PKI directory. For that, issue the command in the ECRSA shell as /ECRSA init PKI. So issue this command in the terminal, and from the terminal itself we can see the PKI directory is set to C program files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI. Now build the certificate authority, that is CA key, using the command /ECRSA space build-CA space no pass. This CA root certificate file later will be used to sign other certificates and keys. The option no pass, which is used in the command, is used to disable password locking of the CA certificate file. So let's issue this command in the terminal. The command will be asked to enter the common name. Here I entered my VPN server hostname, which is OpenVPN server, and it is a common practice. Here we are also free to use any name or values. So after entering the common name, it enter, and the created CA certificate will be saved to folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI with the file name as ca.crt, which you can see in from the terminal screen itself. Now build a server certificate and key using command /ECRSA space build-server-full space server space no pass. Here replace the server field with your own server name. Also I used the option no pass for disabling password locking the key. So let's issue this command in the terminal. Once the command executed, the issued server certificate will be available in the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI issued folder with the file name as server.crt. After that, we can verify the issued server certificate using OpenSSL command, which is OpenSSL space verify -ca file and mention the CA file location as pki/ca.crt, and after that mention the certificate file location too as pki-issued-server.crt in the ECRSA shell itself. The status OK indicates that the certificate is fine. So let's issue this command in the terminal and we can see the OK status. After that, now build a client certificate and key using command /ECRSA space build-client-full space client space no pass. From that command, replace client with your own client name. Also use the option no pass for disabling password locking the generating key. So let's issue this command in the terminal, and after execution of the issued client certificate command, we will also see that client certificate file is saved to folder C program files OpenVPN, then ECRSA, then PKI under that issued folder with the file name as client.crt. So after issuing the client certificate, we can verify the issued client certificate using OpenSSL command like OpenSSL verify-ca file with the file location as pki-ca.crt, then space pki issued client.crt. The OK indicate that the certificate is fine. So let's issue this command in the terminal, and we can see that the generated client certificate is fine with OK status. This completes the CS certificate server and client certificate generation along with the key. These keys will be used to authenticate between OpenVPN server and with the client. Now generate a shared secret key that is used in addition to the standard RSA certificate key. Using this key, we enable TLS auth directive, which adds an additional HMAC signature to all SSL TLS handshake packets for integrity verification, which will mainly protect us from DDoS attacks or port flooding on the OpenVPN UDP port. So first download EC-TLS, which is an EC RSA extension utility that we are using to generate TLS auth key. So visit the GitHub link https://tincantech/ec-tls. Here I already opened it on my web browser. From there click code tab, and from there click download zip option. The zip file will be downloaded to our Windows download folder. So go to the Windows downloads folder using Windows File Explorer. From there unzip the ECTLS master folder. After that, copy the file named ECTLS and from the unzipped folder to C program files OpenVPN ECRSA directory. Now go back to the ECRSA shell prompt and issue the command /ECTLS space init-TLS. This will initialize the ECTLS script utility, and this can seen from the terminal itself. Now after that, generate the TLS auth key using the command /ECTLS space build-TLS-auth. So let's issue this command in the terminal, and after the execution we can see the command will generate the file named tls-auth.key under the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI under that ECTLS folder, and this completes the generation of TLS auth key file. Now we need to generate Diffie Hellman parameters. Diffie Hellman parameters must be generated for the OpenVPN server. These parameters define how OpenSSL performs the Diffie Hellman key exchange. So issue the command /ECRSA gen-dh for generating Diffie Hellman parameters from the ECRSA shell itself. The command will create the DH file under the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA under that PKI folder with the file name as dh.pem, and this completes the generation of necessary SSL TLS key files needed for OpenVPN service. And we will be able to find the created files under folders C program files OpenVPN ECRSA under that PKI folder. This PKI folder contains CA files, DH files and other OpenSSL related files like config files. Then go to the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI under that private folder. This private folder contains the private key files of CA, server and client certificates. Then go to the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI under that ECTLS folder. This folder includes the TLS auth key. After that, go to the folder C program files OpenVPN ECRSA under that PKI under that issued folder. This folder includes the server and client certificates. Okay, these are the folders available with our generated certificate keys. And this completes the creation of SSL TLS certificates for the OpenVPN service. Now let's move to the next section. The third section is create a configuration file for OpenVPN server. In this section, we create the OpenVPN server configuration file and make necessary changes in it. So first open Windows File Explorer and go to the folder C Program Files OpenVPN Sample Config, and from there copy file named server.opvn to C Program Files OpenVPN config folder. After that open the config file using any text editor from the folder C Program Files OpenVPN config and make changes to the value named CA and define the CA certificate folder path location as C Program Files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI with file name as ca.crt. After that move down and define the value cert and set the server certificate file location as C Program Files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI folder, then issued folder with file name as server.crt. After that define the value of key and set the server private key location as C Program Files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI private server.key. After that define the value of DH and set the Diffie-Hellman key file location as C Program Files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI with the file name as dh.pem. After that enforce the client to redirect their all traffic through OpenVPN server by uncommenting the line push redirect gateway def1 bypass DHCP. After that define the DNS servers for the VPN clients by uncommenting the lines push DHCP option DNS with the DNS server IP address, that is 208.67.222.222. After that uncomment the another line push DHCP option DNS, which is the alternative DNS server IP 208.67.220.220. After that enable HMAC firewall by defining the value TLS auth and set the TLS auth key file location as C Program Files OpenVPN ECRSA PKI, then under that ECTLS folder with the file name as TLS-auth.key and enter 0 at the end of the line, which is used to identify this server as a VPN server. After that enable a cryptographic cipher by uncommenting the line cipher AES256 CBC. This completes the OpenVPN config file setup. Save the content and close it. After that we need to open the UDP port 1194 in the Windows firewall using PowerShell command, which is net-new-net firewall rule -display name with name as OpenVPN, then -direction which defines the direction as inbound rule, then -give the profile name as any, which will include the private and public profiles in Windows firewall, then define the action as allow. After that using -local port define the port number as 1194, then define the protocol as UDP. So let's issue this command in the Windows PowerShell. After issuing the Windows PowerShell command, start the OpenVPN server service by click on Windows Show Hidden Icon section, then right click on the OpenVPN icon, then choose Connect. The OpenVPN service will start automatically within 1 or 2 minutes and you will see a green color inside the OpenVPN icon itself. This means that our OpenVPN service is currently running. Another option to confirm the running of OpenVPN service is take Windows CMD and list all network interfaces by issuing the command ipconfig/all. So let's issue this command in the Windows CMD, and from the terminal results we can see the OpenVPN 10 tap interface is assigned with the private IP 10.8.0.1, which is the default private IP address range assigned to server and with clients as per the OpenVPN config settings. This concludes the OpenVPN config setup, and now let's move to the next section. The fourth section is Enable Internet Connection Sharing ICS in Windows 11. As I mentioned in the introduction section, we are setting up our OpenVPN server to route client all IP traffic such as web browsing and DNS lookups through VPN server itself. For that, we need to share the public internet through OpenVPN server public interface that already have internet access to OpenVPN turned-up network interface. So let's see how this can be accomplished. For that, first go to the Windows Service section and right click Routing and Remote Access Service, choose Properties and make the startup type as Automatic. After that, start the service. Then go to the VPN server Windows Control Panel section. Under Network and Internet, choose View Network Status and Tasks option. Then click Change Adapter Settings option. The available network interfaces will show up in the window. Right click the network adapter name where we are having public internet access and choose Properties. Choose Sharing tab from that, and from there tick the box Allow other network users to connect through this computer's internet connection option. From the drop down list section, select OpenVPN tab Windows 6 or whatever is the connection name of your tab server network adapter connection name. Also, if you needed, you can tick the box next to allow other network users to control or disable the shared internet connection option. Here I am selecting that option too. After that, click OK and confirm the changes. Then go to the Windows registry by running the regedit in Windows Run. So let me run that, and once open the Windows registry, go to the key section, H key local machine, under that system, under that current control set, under that services, under that TCP IP, under that parameters. In that, edit the value IP enable router and set the data as decimal number 1. After that, click OK, and this completes enable internet connection sharing in Windows 11. Now let's move to the next section. Also reconnect the OpenVPN connection again to take off the changes that we made in this section. The next section is setting up OpenVPN client and test the OpenVPN connection. In this section, first we need to install the OpenVPN MSI installer on client PC, which is a Windows 11 PC in our case. The install step is exactly the same as that we discussed in section 1. So I am not discussing it again. And here you can see from the screen, as I already installed the OpenVPN package in my client Windows 11 PC. So after the OpenVPN MSA installation, open Windows Explorer and go to the folder C Program Files OpenVPN Sample Config, and from there copy file named client.ovpn to the folder C Program Files OpenVPN config. Now I also download the certificate key files like ca.crt, client.crt, client.key and tls-auth key onto my client PC. These files are already created through our section 2, and you can see those files in the client PC desktop itself. Now move the already downloaded ca.crt, client.crt, client.key and tls-auth key to folder C Program Files OpenVPN config. After that, go to the folder C Program Files OpenVPN under config and open client.ovpn file using any text editor and define few values. The first one is the value remote with the IP address of our OpenVPN server. That is, in our case, it is 185.210.137.214. Then define the OpenVPN port number, which is also in our case is the default one, that is 1194. In this value, as I mentioned, we define our OpenVPN server IP address and port number, and by doing that, our client PC know how to connect to the OpenVPN server. After that, define the value CA as C Program Files OpenVPN, then config, then mention the file name as ca.crt and which defines the location of CA certificate. After that, define the value cert as C program files OpenVPN config, then file name as client.crt and which defines the location of our certificate file. After that, define the value key as C program files OpenVPN config with the file name as client.key and which defines the location of our client private key file. Now define the value remote cert TLS as server and the OpenVPN client will verify the server certificate extended key usage using this defined value remote cert TLS with server. After that, define the TLS auth key value as C program file /openvpn /config /tls-auth.key and after a space also define a key value as 1 and which defined the location of TLS auth key and the number 1 state that this is a client PC. After that, define the value cipher as AES 256 CBC and which defines the cryptographic cipher that we follow in our OpenVPN setup. And this completes the client setup. Now test the VPN connection from client side. Make sure to open UDP port 1194 in the client side Windows Firewall 2. So now it's the time to connect the OpenVPN connection. For that, go to Windows hidden notification area and from there right click on OpenVPN icon and choose click connect. The OpenVPN connection will establish automatically within 1 or 2 minutes and you will see a pop-up window which shows the logs of connection establishment and after the successful connection we will see a green icon in the OpenVPN icon available under Windows hidden notification area. Then and this confirms that the OpenVPN connection is successful. After that, try to ping the private IP of OpenVPN server which is 10.8.0.1 in our case and make sure it's reachable from the client PC. Also test the internet connection of your client PC by pinging the google.com in Windows command prompt itself. After that, on a successfully connected OpenVPN client PC, if you look the what is my IP on web browser, we will see it's our VPN server IP. All these things means that all our web traffic from client PC is routing through OpenVPN server. Okay, this concludes how to install and configure OpenVPN on Windows 11. I hope this video is informative. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video and also leave your thoughts at the comment box. See you soon on next video.